further, our thanks to Gail Sweeten, who we picked out of the crowd randomly. Thank you, Gail. Took a nice little ride with us.
Hi, Gail.
There she is. You didn't tell him. All right. My first guest tonight has appeared in numerous films, including Screams 1, 2, and 3. Currently, you can see him in the movie Eight-Legged Freaks. Please welcome David Arquette. How are you, my friend?
Great to be back, Conan.
Good to have you. You look, man, look at that suit.
Hey, thank you.
You look sharp.
Thanks. I appreciate it.
Yeah. Do you have like a special designer or someone? Because you don't get that off the rack.
Well, this is actually a vintage suit, but I do have a guy who makes suits for me. This guy named Ray Brown. He makes, you know, suits like Elvis jumpsuits, leisure suits, and, you know, like a Spider-Man uniform or something.
Wait, he makes you a Spider-Man uniform?
Yeah, you know, just in case, you know, I have to go fight crime.
Right. You could fight crime in this, too. Yeah, that's viable. So he makes you whatever you want. And you don't mind dressing a little outlandishly, do you?
No, not really, because you see, Conan, in the bird kingdom, the male bird is primarily the one with the colorful feathers. You see, the male peacock...
You're not a bird, David.
I'm not, Conan?
Yes. Let me talk you down for a second. Yeah. So what you're saying is you, say between you and your wife, Courtney, you like to be the one that dresses more outlandishly. Is that right?
Well, I just can't help it, Conan. I don't know what it is. I got some sort of, you know, some kind of fetish going. I'm not sure what it is. I just like to dress
It's nice.
crazy.
I appreciate people that dress up for a talk show.
Hey.
So many of these young kids today, they show up in jeans and a tattered shirt and smoking the weed. I don't like it. This is a gentleman's approach. Now, first of all, I know you. I want to ask you this. You used to do the 1-800-CALL-ATT commercials.
Yeah, that's right.
You did those for a while. Now it's Carrot Top.
Yeah.
Carrot Top took over. The crowd's getting angry. Carrot Top!
I like Carrot Top.
I think we have a photo of Carrot Top they like to show occasionally. There he is.
You know...
There he is lecturing at Brandeis. No, I've met the man. He's an affable guy.
Yeah.
He's doing the AT&T commercials now. Is there any, like, do you watch those commercials and think, no, Carrot Top, that's not how I would have done it?
Well, to tell you the truth, it's a really tough gig. You get out there and you do a lot of funny stuff, and a lot of it ends up on the cutting room floor because it's for such a big corporation. They don't want to sort of, you know, mess up, you know, their, I don't know, reputation or whatever.
Right.
But, you know, I like Carrot Top a lot. And he's got some really good gags, you know. Carrot Top used to do all these, he had all these gadgets. And he'd take something out, I was like,
props.
You remember his props?
He'd open up a trunk and,
And they don't let him use the props. AT&T, you gotta let Carrot Top use the props. I think they're creatively trying to stifle Carrot Top.
They're creatively muzzling Carrot Top.
I'm telling you.
What is wrong with the world?
It's a conspiracy.
Carrot Top's got to be allowed to be Carrot Top.
That's right.
You can't get Carrot Top and then take away his fart pillow. You got to let him have it.
That's right. You see, I tried to wear underoos on certain commercials, and they wouldn't let me wear my clothes.
Right. They stifled you because it's a big corporation.
Right.
We'll get them, unless they're a sponsor on this show, and then I love you, AT&T.
Hey.
You have a leading man quality. I'm not afraid to say that. And he's a good-looking guy.
Hey, thank you.
The ladies like you.
Thank you.
You've done. Yet you also have this, almost for lack of a better term, like a Jerry Lewis sort of goofy quality.
Oh, gosh.
So I'm wondering, are you conflicted? Because you've got the leading man side, but then you've got the sort of the Jerry Lewis goofy side.
It's kind of like you, Conan. You have those same things.
No, I'm all goofy. I'm all the goofy side.
Well, you know, sometimes I try to be real sort of, you know, leading man quality, but then I just can't. Somewhere in it, just like this spasm occurs.
You might want to look into that.
I know.
Yeah.
I'm doing a scene and I'm like, yes, darling, well,
hey, lady!
It's just, I don't know if it's attractive.
Yeah. Seems to be working for you. Yeah. That's just going to hurt you, like when you have to commit and do just the really close, tight scene where you're like, this man was murdered.
I just think your eyes are so beautiful.
You and I could just keep doing this all night. But then where would we be?
Hey, we'd have a good time, Conan.
And that's what it's all about.
That's right.
Tell us about Eight-Legged Freaks.
Well, I actually do get to play somewhat of a heroic character in this. It's a slight departure for me. No, I'm done. Yeah, so it's neat. I'm this guy named Chris McCormick, come to this small town, going back to my hometown after being away for 10 years, and I have a crush on the sheriff of the town, who's a woman, which is convenient. Or it'd be a whole different kind of movie.
So this is a departure for you, is it?
Yeah. And the woman's played excellently by Kari Wurr. She's very attractive, and she's very strapping. I guess, is that a male term?
Yeah. You don't often hear of a girl she's so sexy and strapping.
Sorry.
Breaking those boulders.
Well, she's not your typical damsel in distress in this movie. She's a tough character. She's a strong woman.
Right. People like that now. A strong woman. A woman who's been empowered.
I'm telling you, it's a new day and age, you know.
Yeah, yeah.
So
see, you had me for a second, and then you went, ow!
Yeah, but you got to get the laughs, Conan. No.
Really? That's where I've gone wrong.
You always get the laughs.
The movie has the giant spiders.
Yeah. See, I go to tell her how I feel about her, but then it's all interrupted by giant spiders taking over.
I hate it when that happens.
Me too. There's they're mutated spiders. There's been a toxic spill, and these spiders have been fed radioactive insects, and they grow to enormous size and wreak havoc on this small town.
So it's like a twist on Spider-Man, kind of, because he was bitten by a radioactive spider. These are spiders that ate other radioactive spiders.
Yeah, exactly. And they eat people, and
And what happens? Is there a lot of like gore and disgusting stuff in the movie?
There's not like real blood and guts because it's PG-13. So, but there are. Well, there's a lot of scares in it, but it's also funny and campy, and it has fun with the 60s sort of sci-fi giant insect thing. But there's a lot of spider guts in it. And
like a spider gets like stabbed. And what do they look? What's the spider guts look like?
They look like just like Nickelodeon green ooze, but it's actually just applesauce and lime Jello. So it was pretty tasty, actually, which was good.
Which actually probably makes a lot of the scenes less scary.
That's right.
Because you stab the spider and it's like splat.
And I was always saying, looking for some pork chops. There are pork chops and applesauce.
Yeah.
That's an old Brady Bunch reference for the guy back there. I love Peter Brady. Big up for Peter Brady.
Don't raise the roof for Peter Brady. That's when I gotta end it. When someone's raising the roof for Peter Brady, I gotta go.
That's it. Let's call it quits.
The movie's Eight-Legged Freaks. It's in theaters now. David, really good to have you back.
Hey, great seeing you again.
David Arquette, everybody.
Thank you.
Tony Robbins. Gonna be out in just a minute. He helps people. He's a self-help guru.
I could use some advice.
Yes. But first, a little word from Heineken. Now, folks, I'm supposed to hold up a bottle of Heineken right now, and I'm supposed to sort of, say the commercial tagline, but I don't want to look like a big whore. So, would you mind doing it for me, Conan lookalike?
Not at all, Conan. Heineken. It's all about the beer.